Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries. In case you're here for the first time, well, the WhatsApp number is flashing on your screens. That's where you can send me all your queries about the stocks that you are having some doubts about, whether they are existing on your portfolio or coming onto your watch list. Then definitely send me your questions here. Don't forget to mention your name, location and your contact details. We can also give you an opportunity to speak to our top market guests as well as take a custom made advice for yourself. Now you can also do is that you can log on to our YouTube channel, that's Business Today, go to Daily Calls Live, and on the comment section there also you can send me your questions and I'll be happy to pick up some questions to address it with our guests as well. Of course, we'll be joined by our two guests today. Today we have Akshay Bhagwat, Senior Vice President Derivatives Research at JM Financial Services, who will be joining in first, and later on it will be Raghavendra Singh, market expert, who will be joining in on the program with us. Also, towards the end of the edition, we will have a special discussion on the IPO front. There are 6 IPOs that are opened, so there is a plenty of choice to choose from, but that's what creates the confusion. What we are going to be aiming is to find out for you how should you be going about these 6 IPOs, which ones are better suited to your portfolio. So stay tuned for that as well. Let me quickly look at the markets first and see how the markets are taking shape. We've had a smooth day so far, over 100 points of a gains, although slight choppiness can be seen. We have climbed down from the day's highest point. Remember, at one point in time we also hit 25,400 and thereabouts. Right now we are hovering around 25,350, 100 points higher in trade, 0.4% up on the Nifty. There are several pockets that are holding up. Oil and gas is up in trade, infra, financial services, metals, private banks, consumer durables, FMCG. These are the pockets that are up. But what's down? Real estate has lost some steam. Pharma stocks are down. IT is down. Auto is down. PSU banks are seeing some crack, as well as the small caps that are slightly lower in trade as well. On the Nifty, which are the top movers? You have Geo Financial Services, that's the top mover, 2% higher at 309 levels. Bajaj Finance is another one that's holding up. You have Eternal, Adani Ports. These are the pockets that are holding up. But on the downside, pharma majors, Dr. Reddy's, Sun Pharma. You also have Eicher Motors, State Bank of India, Hero Moto. These are all the stocks that are probably slacking a bit in this point in time. When we look at the F&O pocket, you have Tube Investments, that's up by nearly 4%. You have Dalmia Bharat, that's also hovering higher in trade. Let me also look at Geo Financial and Steel Authority. These are all the names that are holding up in trade as far as the F&O action is concerned. Let me also talk about a few names in the Nifty 500 basket that's doing very well. Well, here you have InSwift Limited, that's up 16% in trade. Of course, it's a small ticket stock, but look at this recently listed stock, Brainbees Solutions. That's up over 10-11 odd percent. The parent company of First Cry. One MobiKwik Systems, with that deal going through, 10% higher now. After that initial knee-jerk reaction, you can actually see one MobiKwik Systems about 10% higher in trade. Now let's look at some of the other stocks. We have Electronic Smart India, we have Centrum Electronics, names like even Raymond Lifestyle, that's up in trade. These are all the pockets, Western Carriers, all the stocks that are buzzing in the Nifty 500 basket. And it's now time to welcome our guest. Mr. Akshay Bhagwat joins in, Senior Vice President Derivatives Research at JM Financial. Warm welcome to you, Akshay. Good to have you with us. Your take on the markets are fresh. Are you positive about this momentum sustaining on the higher side? We already hit 25,400 today, but what's next on the Nifty?
Good afternoon, Sakshi. If you look at the markets, we have the Indian markets have actually been pretty resilient enough, you can say, because the last couple of months, although the Nifty has stayed sideways, but you can look at it positively because there was a lot of escalation globally. There was war between Indo-Pakistan. After that, there was the scare of the Middle East war tensions. But still today, as we stand, the Indian markets have got past the resistance of 25,000 200, 250 zone on the monthly expiry day. The rollovers, as we see for the month of July, have been pretty buoyant as of yesterday. 72% long positions been rolled over to the month of July. So over and over, if you look at the broader market, Nifty has been performing well. We have seen a breakout today, which is giving you a target of around 25,700 plus on a positional basis. So till 25,000 holds, if you were to look at the technical charts, we are in a sweet spot. The markets are positive, and just be stock specific is what I would suggest, because Nifty 50 stocks are doing well on a broader perspective.
All right, okay. Stock specific, that's the focus right now, and that's what we should be ideally looking at. Okay, Akshay, help us understand with your top stock ideas, because you know we are at the helm of closing on the series for June and starting off with July now, and everybody will be looking at any choices that you could suggest for July series, top stock ideas.
You can look at Ashok Leyland from the auto space. Technically, there is a very strong support being cemented at the levels of 235. We have had a breakout today in the opening of the levels of 245, post which we have
Okay.
seen a momentum pickup of 1.7%. In all probability, 270 is mostly where is the stock is headed for. So Ashok Leyland is the stock you can look forward to from a short to medium term basis. Larsen and Toubro is the other stock you can look at if you are targeting a Nifty 50 stock. Ideally, it's been in a range since long. 3,500 is a strong support base set, and going by the technical parameters, 3,900 is the medium term targets you can look forward in Larsen and Toubro.
Okay, fair point. That's the view that's coming in. All right, let's look at some of the other questions that are coming in now. Akshay, we'll start off with the Q&A round from our viewers now. Akshay, for you, the first question is from Kolkata. Somalia Biswas on our YouTube writes in and says, "Hi Sakshi and Akshay sir, hope you're fit and fine." Thank you so much, Somalia, for writing in. Yes, we are very good, and we hope the same for you too. Let me first ask your question now. The question is on NMDC from the metal and the mining pack. 1300 shares is what he has at the price of 40.2. Any outlook that you can share on NMDC and whether the metal move can support the momentum ahead?
Yes, metals have been doing well in the last couple of months, and NMDC, if you were look at somewhere, I think since last couple of years, the stock has been kind of range bound, somewhere holding on to the supports of 60. It's not a negative setup, but there is no actionable as I see. The volumes are been on the quieter side since last couple of years, but this is more of a buy and hold kind of a stock. So technically, 60 is a good support zone, and expecting things to unfold and stock retesting levels of 90, which is the swing high which we have seen in the last year. So hold 90 is the first target, and in case we have some further move up above 90, then 110 is the targets you can project with a time horizon of a couple of years.
Okay, fair point. Next, we have a caller with us, Akshay. We'll get in touch with Abhiram, who's dialed in. Hi, Abhiram. Good afternoon. How are you? I'm very well. Thank you so much, Abhiram. Go on with your question, please. Okay. All right. Very feeble voice is what we can hear you, but I'm going to be reading out, Abhiram, the question that you have sent us. This is from the shipbuilding space that you are saying, Mazagon Dock and GRSE. Both you have bought at around 3,400 levels with a viewpoint of about 1 year. So first up, I must mark that you have actually bought both these stocks at the peak of the rally that was going on from the last 2 months, and near to their highs is what you have bought these two stocks. Now you have a 1 year perspective. Let's find out whether these dips is what you should use to average out your positions, or should you hold on with your existing level, because both these stocks have come down from your purchase mark. Akshay, what would you suggest?
For Mazgaon Dock, see, with a 1 year perspective, still the technical setup is not changed. It's just that I think last 3 4 weeks there has been a slight cool off in the stock. So the key level from a technical perspective is the level of 2900. That was one of the levels which the stock broke past. We call this a breakout in technical charts. And I believe 3000 is from the level from where you can expect a rebound again in the stock. So hold, you have a time horizon of a year. 2800 will be your stop loss. For risk management. And expecting a rebound from 3000, after which you can see the stock revisiting levels of 3600.
Okay, got that. Let me just quickly look at another one. This one is from our WhatsApp that we are getting. GS Arun from Hyderabad writes in. He says, "Good afternoon. I hope you're well. Very well. Thank you so much for writing in, Mr. Arun." The question is two pronged. One is from the defense pack again on BEL, where he holds a position from the levels of 282. So he's holding on to profits. Star Health Insurance is the other stock that he has at the rate of 445. Any advice on both these stocks?
See, BL has moved one way. I think the last 6 months has been seen a very strong, tremendous rally in the stock, right from 250 odd levels to 420. So almost it's a doubler if you put it in percentage terms. And from the current levels, yes, on the charts, it's a bit overbought for comfort. So you can always expect a time correction or a sideways move for the time being, considering the one-way rally which it has had. So if it's more of a short to medium term with the 2 3 months perspective, you can see the stock kind of being in a range of 380 to 440. That's the range we are anticipating. I don't see much upsides, at least for the short term. But if you can give more time, probably 1 year plus, then definitely a stock to hold in your portfolio. So Star Health Insurance, this is a stock with a negative technical setup, so I am not expecting any major move. Stock has resisted at 475, against noted selling pressure there. So I would not be keen on buying or adding onto this counter. This is a weak technical setup which Star Insurance Health has, and we can see the stock revisiting the lower end of its support around 325.
Okay, got it. So both your questions have been answered. Please do follow the advice that has been shared on both to you. Let's take the next one. This one is Satya. He says, "Good afternoon, Sakshi. I recently bought Nesco shares in my portfolio at the rate of 1000. I have a 1 to 1.5 year time frame. I want to know, since it has hit a 52-week high, what is the outlook on this one?"
See, the outlook is positive. 52-week high, strong volumes. I think last week there was a blowout move after we got past the levels of 1050. All these indications are very positive on charts, and you have good time of over 1 year, which you can wait. You can expect possibly 1300. That's the potential targets right now, which I can make out going by the current chart structure. 1000 is a support base, so you can continue to hold a stock. 1300 is the possible target you can look forward to.
Got it. Taking the next one then, this one is from one of our viewers on our YouTube, Sandeep Mancharia. He says, "Sir, can I buy JSW Infra for short term, and what can be the target I can look at?"
See, if it's a short-term trade, I think there is some resistance around 330. So that's a temporary resistance for JSW Infra. Technically, it's a very firm stock. Just that for this trade to give you good returns, you might have to hold it for more than 6 months, because this has stock more of a range-bound nature. When it moves hard. But for that, you have to hold for more than 3 4 months. So I think give this more time. I'm expecting a potential break about 330, after which the momentum catches up, for which you can look forward for targets of 375.
Okay, got it. I hope this has answered your question well. Next, we'll take Satyan's question. He's written on our WhatsApp and he says, "I want to know, from the recent announcement that was made that a few stocks will be exiting the F&O space. I have three of them in my portfolio: IRB Infra, Poonawalla FinCorp and Aditya Birla Fashion Retail. I want to know what will be the impact of these stocks exiting F&O, and what should I remember while I have these stocks in my portfolio. IRB Infra, Poonawalla FinCorp and ABFRL. Exiting F&O, any impact for the retail investors there?"
No, I think, see, exit stocks exiting FNO happens when they do not meet the criteria which has been set by the exchange for getting into the F&O space. So there
Correct.
is no reason to worry for that.
Hmm.
In fact, if you were to positively see it, the what happens is since there is no F&O participation, there will be no call writers or people who short calls, or there will be no major sellers in futures because futures contracts will not be available. So in one way, you can read this positively for a retail investor who's more of long term in nature. So Poonawalla FinCorp, IRB Infra, all these stocks, although they have been beaten down, trying to recover, they are technically positioned positively from a longer term perspective. So the call is to hold them from a longer term perspective. Might take some more time for the recovery, but really there is no correlation which I see between these stocks moving out of FNO and the future prospects from a long term perspective.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also answered your question well, Satyan. Taking the next one, this one is from Vishal. He's from Bangalore and he writes in, Hi Sakshi, I want to invest in auto sector, but I don't know which stock should I invest in and take a fresh entry in. Akshay, technically, which of the auto stocks would you probably prefer and any top favorite stock at this point?
Yeah, so a couple of names I can tell you because the auto space has been buzzing and the sector is positioned for a sound breakout from a medium term perspective. Ashok Leyland is one stock. If you are looking for a mid cap kind of a category, 250 rupees is where it trades. Longer term, 275 is the target. This was discussed at the beginning of the show. Maruti is another stock if you are keen on kind of timing the big boys of the market. Like this stock has been range for I think almost 1.5
Yeah.
2 years. 11,000, 13,500 is the range. Longer term investment, the targets can be around 15,500 plus. So Maruti should be one stock if you're looking from the Nifty 50 weighted stocks, and Ashok Leyland from the mid cap space.
Okay, got that. I hope you have taken down these numbers and names for yourself. And at this point in time, Akshay is positive on these stocks giving you better returns in the medium to long term perspective. Next, we have this question from Arun Kumar Gupta. He says, Good afternoon, everyone. I want to know about Protein E Gov. I have 200 shares at the rate of 1732. What could be the long term view on this that I can hold on this stock from? Protein eGov bought at 1732. Your suggestion, Akshay.
Yeah. See, on the technical charts, first of all, it's, I think, sixth month for this stock. So data limitation is one factor for price analysis. But whatever data I have in front of me, clearly it's a weak price structure. The day it has got listed, I don't think there has been any intent of a strong recovery or bounce back. It is just that somewhere a month back you had a strong volume which picked up around 1,000, but even after that, the stock has been languishing. So really, I would not recommend a buy on this. The stock is trading in a weak zone.
Is trading in the weak zone. Okay, next we will take Nanu Vyas's question. He says, Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you please suggest any IPOs from the running or the listing gains as well? Nanu, I would want you to hold that question and stay put. At 12:45, we are going to be covering all the 6 IPOs that are currently on, and you can definitely gain from our conversation. So stay put. 12:45. Wait for that segment. Taking the next question now. Kamlesh Narkhere says, Hi Sakshi, I want to know about KPIT Tech. I have 50 shares in my portfolio at the rate of 640, and I want to know what is the long term perspective on KPIT Tech. Now in the last couple of sessions we have seen KPIT Tech shares falling, and that was right after slower deal closures. Demand uncertainty was highlighted by the management in their con calls as well. The company's board has been talking about the and flagging the weak demand environment at this point in time. What do you suggest on KPIT Tech now?
Uh, See, the stock has seen a corrective action from 1900 to around 1200. Last 3 4 months, there has been some attempt to kind of hold on to the levels of 1200, but still on the technical charts, medium term price structure is still weak. Since the viewer is more looking from a longer term perspective, things may change on a longer term. But right now, for the next 2 3 months at least, I don't see much happening. The volumes are low. In case 1200 breaches, you have to be ready for slightly lower levels, till maybe 1000 or 950. So right now, might trade sideways to weak for short term, but longer term, it's a completely different ball game. I need to take a fundamental view before you take a view from a longer term perspective on this script.
Sure. Okay. We'll definitely try and get you a fundamental view as well. Now we'll take a caller with us. We have Shubham Modi dialing in from Rajkot. Hi Shubham. Good afternoon. कैसे हैं?
बढ़िया मैम, आप कैसे हैं?
मैं ठीक हूँ शुभम, पूछिए क्या सवाल है आपका?
मेरे दो स्टॉक के ऊपर क्वेरी थी। एक मेरे पास 500 से श्रीराम प्रॉपर्टीज है।
ठीक है, 85 पर है आपके पास श्रीराम प्रॉपर्टीज।
हाँ 85 पे लिया है। और एक मेरे पास है नेटवर्क 18 मीडिया, जो मैंने 60 रुपीज पे मेरी बाइंग है, वो भी 400 से है।
ठीक है, श्रीराम प्रॉपर्टीज के ऊपर पहले क्वेरी लेते हैं। 85 के लेवल्स पर इन्होंने खरीदा हुआ है, 500 शेयर हैं। यहाँ क्या सजेस्ट करना चाहेंगे?
जी, देखिए, श्रीराम प्रॉपर्टीज में गए 3 महीने में रिकवरी अच्छी देखी है हमने 70 के लेवल से। बट कहीं ना कहीं 100 और 105 ये जो है टेक्निकल चार्ट्स पे बहुत ही एक स्ट्रॉन्ग रेजिस्टेंस जोन है। और अगर आप देखेंगे गए 2 3 दिन में अगर प्राइस एक्शन देखें, वहाँ पे थोड़ी सी बिकवाली का भी प्रेशर रेजिस्टेंस पे बनता हुआ दिख रहा है। तो शॉर्ट टर्म का व्यू अगर बन रहा है तो मेरे हिसाब से आपका 85 में एंट्री हुआ है तो एक बार आप मुनाफा बांध सकते हैं। अगर लॉन्ग टर्म होल्ड करना चाहे तो अपना स्टॉप लॉस ट्रेल करके 80 तक लेके आइए। बाकी व्यू है कि 110 पार करेगा तो टेक्निकली वापस एक रिव्यू करना पड़ेगा स्टॉक में अगली तेजी का टारगेट के लिए। और अगर दूसरा स्टॉक जो नेटवर्क 18 की बात करें तो नेटवर्क 18 में कल ही हमने बहुत ही बढ़िया मूव देखा। स्टॉक में इंट्राडे में 10% प्लस, वॉल्यूम्स भी काफ़ी भारी थे स्टॉक में। तो कुल मिला के कल का प्राइस कैंडल बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा। तो आपने बाय शायद थोड़े से ऊपर के स्तर पे किए हुए हैं। होल्ड करना पड़ेगा आपको 50 का एक स्टॉप लॉस बना के। स्टॉक में एक रिकवरी का अटेम्प्ट जरूर हो रहा है और अगले हफ्ते तक क्लैरिटी मिलेगी कि जो कल का कैंडल है वो पार कर पाता है कि नहीं। पार करेगा तो 75 का पॉसिबल टारगेट जोन आपके लिए बनेगा।
ठीक है, चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल चुकी है। नेक्स्ट हम ले लेते हैं सवाल। हमारे पास आया है एक व्यूअर का और ये है मौर्य बेंगलुरु से। ये भारतीय एयरटेल के ऊपर आपसे आउटलुक चाहते हैं जुलाई सीरीज के लिए। ही सेज आई एम होल्डिंग अ 2020 कॉल ऑप्शन। आई वांट टू नो वेदर आई शुड होल्ड और एग्जिट or any other stock idea that you can share for the July series. Well, Maurya, already for the July series, 2 stocks have been suggested by Akshay, so please refer to that. But definitely we'll get you a view on Bharti Airtel for the July series. Already the stock has been in focus today. All-time high levels have been hit and the stock is in clear momentum. For the next series, how do you see the stock poised?
See, the view for Bharti Airtel is positive, and it's one of the stock which has nothing to do with how the markets are, because this has been a one-way journey. But the nature of the stock is when it consolidates, it gets in a range for a pretty long time, and after that, you have a bout of momentum which stays for a very short, limited time. So the problem here is, since you have participated this positive move with a call option, that's where the slight issue is, because you need momentum to be with you. The moment the momentum fades off, your calls are going to depreciate in time value. So I'm really not comfortable with the call option approach in Bharati at the all-time high levels. Although the view is positive, there may be new highs to conquer in the coming months, but 2020 OTM call option, I would not be comfortable buying it. Instead, if you are keen, I think Ashok Leyland, as Sakshi mentioned, is one stock you can look forward to for the month of July. There you can consider participating via the option route.
Okay. Satya says, Akshay sir, you have given some brilliant suggestions on the show before on BEML and on Kotak, and I am making profits on them. I want to now ask you if India glycols can be entered for fresh long.
India glycols, see, it's at all-time high levels, and if you look at the last 4 months, I think it's been a one-way journey from 1100 to 2034. So yes, the view is positive. New highs will be made. The stock should be soaring, but the problem is entry because you cannot be buying at such elevated levels. Clearly, when there are negative divergences on the short-term charts. So my suggestion is wait for that slight dip. You may get it eventually, maybe not today, then in the very short term. I would be more comfortable buying it slightly on dip around 1970, 1950 odd zone. So wait for these levels whenever you get it. Definitely it's a buy, but slight dips give you a better risk reward payoff. And possibly 2200, 2250 is the target zone you can look forward to.
Okay, fair point. Let me just quickly look at some of the other key stock queries that are coming in. This one is from Hind Sagar. He says, "Hi Sakshi, I'm holding Geo Finance shares. My buying price is 308. I've been holding this stock since 8 months and finally my price has come in after 8 months. What is the view now on Geo Finance?"
See, Geofinance, it's recovered well last 4 months. Now, since you have given it so much time, 8 months, you have gone through the
Yeah.
rough phase where the stock almost went till 200. I think it makes more sense. Although there might be some correction here, you should not lose hope because technically there is scope that going ahead you might see the stock moving for levels of 350, 375. So these are the target areas you should wait for. Maybe immediately, if you ask me if it's going to go up or down, that's a different question. But eventually, with the 3 to 6 month horizon, the targets which I spoke of, they may hit. So, hold is the call on Geofinance.
Hold is the call on Geo Finance. We have a caller now with us, Sandeep Jain from Kishanganj in Bihar. Hi Sandeep, good afternoon. How are you?
नमस्ते मैम, मैं किशनगंज बिहार संदीप जैन बोल रहा हूँ।
नमस्ते, कैसे हैं आप?
बहुत बढ़िया मैम, मैं आपका चैनल रेगुलर फॉलो करता हूँ प्रोग्राम।
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू सो मच। उम्मीद करते हैं कि आपको काफ़ी अच्छी गाइडेंस मिल रही है मार्केट एक्सपर्ट से।
जी जी मैम, वेरी।
जी।
मैम मेरा ये एक सवाल है, ये पीजीएल पे जो मैंने 820 रुपये पे लिया हुआ है, ये अगले महीने एफएनओ सीरीज में एफएनओ में आ रहा है, तो एफएनओ में आने के बाद क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है शेयर का, मतलब। और एक क्विक हिल शेयर है 360 में। दो सवाल है।
ठीक है, दो स्टॉक्स इनके पास हैं। पहला तो ये पीजी इलेक्ट्रोप्लास्ट के ऊपर पूछना चाह रहे हैं अक्षय से कि जुलाई सीरीज से ये एफएनओ में इंक्लूड हो रहा है। तो अभी तक हमने बात करी थी जो स्टॉक्स एक्सक्लूड हुए हैं एफएनओ से उनके ऊपर क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ेगा, जहां पर अक्षय ने बताया कि कोई ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा। अब पीजी इलेक्ट्रोप्लास्ट इंक्लूड हो रहा है जुलाई में एफएनओ सीरीज में, 820 पे खरीदा है, यहाँ पर क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ सकता है। और दूसरा है क्विक हील टेक्नोलॉजीज 360 पर, आईटी स्पेस का मिड कैप आईटी स्टॉक है। इन दोनों स्टॉक्स के ऊपर आपकी क्या राय है?
तो पीजी इलेक्ट्रोप्लास्ट एफएनओ में आ रहा है जरूर, पर मुझे नहीं लगता उससे स्टॉक को कुछ ज्यादा फर्क पड़ेगा। तो अगर प्राइस चार्ट्स पे देखो तो कहीं ना कहीं 650 से 700 ये एक बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट जोन है। और टेक्निकली स्टॉक सपोर्ट के आसपास या नजदीक आ रहा है, तो प्रोबेबिलिटी जो है रिकवरी की बहुत हाई है। और स्टॉक में अगर रिकवरी मिलती है आपको तो वापस पोजिशनली, मैं बोल रहा हूँ 2-3 महीने के होल्डिंग से वापस स्टॉक 1000 के लेवल छू सकता है। तो होल्ड करने की राय है। ऐड भी करना चाहे तो 700 सपोर्ट अच्छा प्राइस रहेगा, जिसके नीचे स्टॉक जाना नहीं चाहिए। और दूसरा स्टॉक मैं मिस कर गया, अगर आप यू कैन
क्विक
मेंशन।
हील टेक्नोलॉजीज 360 पर इन्होंने खरीदा है।
मेरे हिसाब से शायद आपके बाइंग प्राइस पे है, और स्टॉक ने कुछ दिन पहले एक रेंज का ब्रेकआउट 320 पे हमने देखा था। तो एक पॉजिटिव डेवलपमेंट है शॉर्ट टर्म पे, बस आपको थोड़ा स्टॉप लॉस ट्रेल करने का अप्रोच रखना पड़ेगा। 315 ये आपका ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस रहेगा। चांसेस कम है कि स्टॉप हिट होगा, बट जो 10-15 दिन का रेंज है जिसका ब्रेकआउट अगर आता है तो आप 425 से 450 ये तो टारगेट से बने रह सकते हैं।
चलिए ठीक है, यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल चुकी है। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अक्षय हमारे साथ बने रहने के लिए इस खास शो पर, एंड फॉर एड्रेसिंग ऑल द क्वेरीज ऑफ आवर व्यूअर्स एज वेल। थैंक यू सो मच, अप्रिशिएट योर टाइम with us on the program, and you're exiting at 25,400 on the Nifty. That's a good sign that the numbers are coming back. And at this point, we will welcome Mr. Raghavendra Singh. He's the market expert, and he's going to be now addressing all the queries for the latter half, the second segment of the show today. हाय राघवेंद्र जी, गुड आफ्टरनून, वार्म वेलकम टू यू। स्वागत है आपका। और एक बार फिर से 25,400 के पार हम देख रहे हैं बाजार को, यानी कि मोमेंटम काफ़ी बढ़िया है। यहाँ से क्या और तेज़ी एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं आप?
अक्षय वेरी गुड आफ्टरनून। देखिए हम लोग पिछले हफ्ते जब बात कर रहे थे तो एक्सपायरी के आसपास थे पिछले हफ्ते की,
जी
तो 25,000 के आसपास कहीं न कहीं निफ्टी घूम रहा था। तो मुझे, जैसे हम लोगों ने उस समय भी डिस्कस किया था कि पूरे मंथ में निफ्टी ने 24,500 25,000 के रेंज को मेंटेन किया था और आखिरी के हफ्ते में आकर के वो 25,000 की रेंज ब्रेक हुई है। अब मुझे लग रहा था कि 25,500 और 26,000 का लेवल आ जाएगा। 25,500 में मंथ एंड एक्सपायरी में एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा था, जो कि आज हम ऑलमोस्ट आ ही गए हैं। और मुझे लग रहा है कि कल ये रैली जो है और कंटिन्यू होगी। मुझे लगता है कि 26,000 बहुत जल्दी जो है चार्ट पे दिखेगा आपको, जो है कि बहुत अच्छा ब्रेकआउट है। आज मंथली एक्सपायरी है, रोल ओवर अच्छे हो रहे हैं। अब देखिए सुबह से अभी तक ऑलमोस्ट 90% के आसपास रोल ओवर हो चुका है। तो मेरे हिसाब से ये जो स्ट्रॉन्ग डेटा ये इंडिकेट कर रहा है कि 26,000 26,300 का जो नया हाई लगा था पिछली बार का, डबल टॉप बनेगा, वहां हम एक बार जरूर जाएंगे। हो सकता है कि अगले मंथ की स्टार्टिंग में ही जाए और या फिर हो सकता है मिड में जाए, लेकिन जाना बहुत जल्दी है। तो निचले स्तरों पे बाई करना है, बाई ऑन डिप की स्ट्रेटजी कंटिन्यू रखनी है, बेचना नहीं है, बाई करते रहिए।
ओके गॉट दैट। चलिए यहाँ पर ओवरऑल व्यू तो आपको बाजार पे मिल गया है। राघवेंद्र जी से जानेंगे भी कि उनके पसंदीदा स्टॉक्स क्या हैं, लेकिन सवालों के सिलसिले को शुरुआत करते हैं इनके साथ। पहले एक कॉलर है हमारे साथ जो आपसे बात करना चाहेंगे राघवेंद्र जी। गौरव हैं आगरा से और अपना सवाल लेकर हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं। गौरव जी नमस्कार, कैसे हैं आप?
नमस्ते मैडम, मैं अच्छा हूँ और मैं सर को फॉलो करता हूँ। तो मैंने कुछ शेयर लिए थे अभी थोड़े दिन पहले, और पहला मेरा शेयर मैंने अभी पूछा भी था सवाल RVNL पे। मेरे को खाली टारगेट जानना है कि 1 जनवरी तक ये कितने पर पहुँच जाएगा। मेरे पास 1000 शेयर है 430 की खरीद से।
अच्छा
पहला
ठीक है।
अच्छा
दूसरा
ठीक
शेयर
है।
है कि मेरे को सोचने पे कितने कितने तक का हो जाएगा। दूसरा PNB में करीब मैं साल भर से फंसा हुआ हूँ, 500 शेयर है मेरे 138 खरीद से। तो उसमें मतलब ये कब तक प्रॉफिट आ सकता है, या उसको अगर मैं लॉस में बेचूं तो कब तक बेचूं?
चलिए ठीक है, दोनों जो क्वेश्चंस है वो हम राघवेंद्र जी से आपसे पूछेंगे क्योंकि आप उन्हें बहुत क्लोजली फॉलो भी करते हैं। राघवेंद्र जी पहला RVNL पर पूछ रहे हैं, 430 की खरीद है, टारगेट 1 जनवरी तक क्या होगा, यानी कि अगले 6 महीने का टारगेट आपसे पूछ रहे हैं। दूसरा PNB जहां पर फंसे हुए हैं और पूछना चाहते हैं कि प्रॉफिट कब तक आ सकता है, 138 की खरीद है।
देखिए इन्होंने जो RVNL लिया है बिल्कुल ब्रेकआउट के आसपास लिया है। 440 430 का जो रेंज था वो सप्लाई जोन था। अगर ये 440, मुझे लग रहा है कि ये अगले महीने में 440 का लेवल ब्रेक कर देगा। तो अगर 440 का ब्रेक करके सस्टेन करता है तो बेचिएगा बिल्कुल मत। तो मुझे लगता है कि जनवरी तक आपको ये 520 और 570 का भाव दिखाई देगा। तो मेरे हिसाब से अगले 6 महीने के लिए इस स्टॉक को होल्ड कीजिए। 430 एक बार ब्रेक कर लीजिए, वो एक ट्रेंड लाइन का ब्रेकआउट जोन है और वो सप्लाई जोन भी है सर। तो इसलिए वो बहुत स्ट्रांग लेवल है। एक बार वो 430 ब्रेक करता है फिर आपको 600 के आसपास ये स्टॉक जनवरी तक निकल जाएगा। दूसरा स्टॉक आपने बात की PNB का, PNB अभी 105 रुपए के आसपास ट्रेड कर रहा है। ये एक सीमित दायरे में पिछले एक साल से, जो कि जो इसने 180 रुपए 160 रुपए से जो इसने रिवर्सल लिया था, ये वहां से अब नीचे है। अब मुझे लग रहा है कि अभी अपसाइड में है, PSU बैंक में तेजी आएगी। बट सर 150 160 आना मुश्किल लग रहा है। अभी 120 तक जा सकता है। अगर आप यहाँ ऐड करना चाहते हैं तो ऐड कर लीजिए। 98 या 95 का स्टॉप लॉस दीजिए और स्टॉक को होल्ड कीजिए 120 125 के लिए अगले 1.5 से 2 महीने में।
ओके फेयर पॉइंट। चलिए उम्मीद करते हैं यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल चुकी है। अंकुर मोदी लिखते हैं, आई साक्षी, गुड आफ्टरनून, होप यू डूइंग वेल। वेरी वेल अंकुर, थैंक्स फॉर आस्किंग एंड आई होप द सेम फॉर यू टू। द क्वेश्चन इज टू pronged. There are two stocks that he wants to ask your views on. One is Afcon Infra and the other one is Ajax Engineering. Both the stocks he wants to know, since these companies have good order books, what is the long term view and are these good to have in the portfolio. One is Ajax Engineering, the second one is Afcon Infra.
Afcon Infra is looking good on the chart, but it is trading in a very narrow range from past 6 months. So the lower side it is hovering around 407, and on the higher side it has a very strong resistance at 460. So ये एक बार 460 क्रॉस कर जाए साक्षी, then it can touch around 520 level. So again, 435 and 420 is not the trading zone. If the stock comes around 410, 415, then you can enter in this stock. And then after you can hold it for 460. Stock has a very strong breakout above 460. The above 460, the next target is 520.
Okay, fair point. Taking the next one then. This one is from one of our viewers, Vinod Chaudhary. He says, good afternoon everyone. I want to know on Zaggle prepaid, next 2 to 4 year time frame if I have, what is the future of this company?
Okay, this stock is trading around 410, 417. Now it has a very strong gap around 468 to 390. Now it is above 390. So stock has potential to touch around 460. So stock has given a strong breakout of all and wedge pattern. एक बार ये 420 के ऊपर क्लोज कर जाए साक्षी, then again 460, 475 आ सकता है. You can keep an stop loss of 400 on the lower side.
Fair point. Okay, we have a caller now with us. Momita is joining in from Kolkata on the phone line. Hi Momita, how are you?
Hi, Sakshi. I'm doing good. Thank you for calling me on the day that, Sir is there. I really appreciate his opinions on the stock market.
Fantastic. Yes, Raghavendra is here to answer your queries. Tell me, what can we help you with?
So I have two stocks that I need opinion on. One, I'm holding Radico Khaitan, and this is for a very short term. I want to sell it next month. So I wanted to know what is the potential target. And the second stock is something that Raghvendra sir had recommended, Anthony Waste. I'm holding that and I'm okay to hold it for as long as he suggests. I just wanted to know the holding time and the potential target for that.
So, Raghavendra ji, two questions from her. One is Radico Khaitan, where she wants to be only there for a very limited time frame. She wants to exit the stock next month, so she wants to know a target on this one. And the second one is something that you have recommended on the channel and she has bought after your recommendation, Anthony Waste. She can hold as long as you can recommend her. What would you suggest?
Sakshi, Radico Khaitan is trading in, symmetrical triangle pattern, and this stock has given a very strong breakout above 2670. Now it has a very strong resistance at 2727. अगर ये एक बार क्रॉस कर जाए, then stock जो है ये रॉकेट हो जाएगा. Next month में I'm expecting this stock to touch 2800. So hold this stock strongly with the stop loss of 2650. Don't sell this stock at all for the next 1 month. Again, I'm telling you, this is the stock which can give you a good return in the next month up to 28, 2900. Apart from this, AWSCL, Anthony Waste Management, this is my long-term view. I had recommended this stock around 500 and 600 around. Now it is hovering around 650, 670. So my target is 1000 plus. So आप इसको hold कीजिए, don't sell this stock. Wait for another 1 year. I think this stock is going to give you a very handsome return. So hold it.
Hold it. That's the view that's coming in. Next, we have this question from Komal from Bengaluru. Says, I want to invest in Godrej Properties. Is it a good buy at the current level, sir?
Definitely, if you want to buy a flat, then definitely buy a flat in Godrej Property. Apart from that, you can buy a Godrej Property stock also. So stock is trading around 2370, Sakshi. I think 2360 is a stop loss. I think 10 rupees down. To be precise, you can keep a stop loss of 2330, and then you can hold it for 2425.
Okay, got it. Taking the next one, Ratna Prabha writes in. He says, hi Sakshi, can you please help me with Bikaji Foods? And I'm holding 32 shares at an average price of 783 for the last 9 months. What should I do?
You can definitely hold this stock, ma'am. You can keep any stop loss of 700. The stock is now trading around 7 to 8, and it has given a breakout of falling wedge pattern. Now it can touch around 770. Above that, it can reach up to 800 plus level. So 770 is the immediate target. You can keep any stop loss of 700. After 800, the stock may touch around 920, 960 in next 6 months.
Okay, let me quickly just see how Bikaji Foods, I think there is a quick spike, I think just now that has come in on the stock, and how Raghavendra ji has advised on this one, you must definitely follow. 730 odd levels, 2% higher. There's an immediate spike that we have just now seen on the stock. Let's look at the next question. This one is from Vinita. She says, good afternoon everyone. I want to know on two stocks, Genus Power and Bharat Forge. How do these stocks stack up for the long term? Genus Power and Bharat Forge, both these stocks, how would you look at it? Raghavendra ji.
Bharat Forge is looking good. Bharat Forge stock is trading around 12, 80, 12, 90 odd levels. So I think this stock you can definitely buy, and I think the next target is 1350 1400, because after Prampal 6 months stock is struggling to break on the higher side. But next month again I'm expecting stock to touch around 1400. So you can definitely buy this stock with the stop loss of 1260. Genesis Power, again, it is hovering around 370. You can buy this stock with the stop loss of 350 for the target of 420.
Okay. Taking the next one, this one is from Thomas KCP. He says, hi sir, can you please share your view on KPIT Tech for both mid-term as well as long-term?
KPIT Technology, definitely the stock has fallen drastically in last 3-4 days. Again, the stock is hovering around 1270. I think RSI stock is around trading around almost 30. So stock is in oversold zone, Sakshi. अब ये यहाँ से एक रिवर्सल के लिए तैयार हो रहा है, तो अगेन आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग स्टॉक टू टच 1400. यू कैन बाय दिस स्टॉक विद द स्टॉप लॉस ऑफ 1210 for the target of 1400.
ठीक है. Let's take another one. This one is from one of our viewers, Mutailu James. He says, good afternoon, I'm from Hyderabad. Hi, Mr. James, good to have you with us on the show. The question is on Cochin Shipyard, and the question is, can I buy Cochin Shipyard at the current levels of fresh? Now, whenever we discuss these shipbuilder names and defense names, there is some doubt in the mind after the rally has already taken place. You know, we have seen it in the past. Even recently in the last 2 months, there has been so much of buzz from the time our Indo-Pak conflict started and all the way up to Israel and Iran, geopolitical tensions. These stocks have been only buzzing every day. But the question comes in, can you even buy them at every level? Raghavendra ji, how would you suggest?
I think the stock has already given 100% return in last 2 months, actually, because stock has traveled from 11, 1200 to 2200. अब इतना इतना जाने के बाद अब मुझे लग रहा है कि अब थोड़ा सा वेट करना है, बिकॉज दिस इज द लेवल. ठीक है, स्टॉक में अच्छा दिया, कंपनी अच्छी है, बट इट हैज ऑलरेडी स्ट्रेच अराउंड 100% इन लास्ट 2 मंथ्स. बेटर है वेट करिए. आई डोंट थिंक इट इज द राइट टाइम टू इंटर इन दिस स्टॉक. वेट फॉर सम मोर करेक्शन below 2000. You can definitely enter in this stock and you can buy, but immediately you can avoid it, sir, please.
Okay, fair point. All right, let's look at the kind of questions that are coming in now. We have this question from Nishtha Srivastav. She says, sir, is it a good time to look at Westlife at the current levels for a fresh entry? Let's quickly pull up the shares of Westlife and see how the share is moving at this point. 744 is the current level. In the last 1 month, there has been some momentum that built up, especially in the last 5 days. There has been a gain of about 7 odd %. Is there a momentum building up on Westlife Food?
I don't think so, Sakshi, because it is a supply zone. 740, 760 is the supply zone. Better avoid this stock. If this stock has given breakout above 760, then we can definitely think to enter in this stock. But currently, please avoid it.
It's the master franchise of McDonald's restaurants in West and South India, but
Right.
you must avoid at this point in time is what Raghavendra ji has suggested. Let's take the next one. This one is from Ankur. He says, Raghavendra sir, can you please share your view on Sagility India?
Sagility India, definitely sir. Sagility India इतना ज्यादा तो मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, बट अभी देखिए 40-41 रुपए की रेंज में है. 45 रुपए के आसपास था. अभी स्टॉक में थोड़ा सा नीचे आया हुआ है, बट मेरे हिसाब से 38 रुपीज का आप स्टॉप लॉस दे दीजिए और स्टॉक को होल्ड कीजिए. आई थिंक ये वहां पे जो है जा सकता है.
ठीक है. We'll take last 2 questions. One is Tata Technologies. That question is from Govind Bhatia. He's from Dubai and he follows you, Raghavendra ji, very closely. He says, I want to know on Tata Tech, can he buy at the current levels?
Definitely you can buy, sir, but this stock is at very strong support zone 700 make or break level. If you are buying it, then definitely keep on a stop loss of 680. This stock can touch around 800 in next month. Overall, IT stocks, all IT stocks, I'm looking to give a strong breakout on the higher side after 2 to 3 months.
Okay. Taking the next one. This one is Hari Krishna says, Raghavendra sir, hello. I want to know about Hindalco and HCL Tech. IT space, HCL Tech and Hindalco, both the stocks are in my portfolio. Can I hold? Hindalco I have at 651, HCL Tech at 1684.
Absolutely, sir. Hindalco is looking good. Metal में breakout है. Hindalco is one of the best metal stocks I have ever seen in last 2 to 3 years. Stock has given a breakout above 600, now hovering around 680. Again, the next target is 710, 720. ये एक target होगा. After that, we have to check what is the parameters are saying. But again, 680 is a good level where you can enter with the stop loss of 660 for the target of 720. And apart from that, Hindalco and the second one stock is
So the second stock that he's holding is HCL Technologies from IT space at the rate of 1684. Right now it's at 1717, which means he's still in profits. What is the outlook?
SCL Tech. It has given a breakout of inverse head and shoulder, which is good. So I think the next target is 1900 in next 2 months. So buy and hold this stock, sir. Don't sell it.
Okay. Last question from our viewers, and that's Vinod Chaudhary's question, and this one is on Karur Vysya Bank for next 3 to 4 years. He says, Raghavendra sir, is it looking attractive for the long term?
Absolutely, sir. It has given a very strong breakout of higher top, higher bottom formation. It is a technically very strong formation for the longer term. So better hold this stock. You can keep a small stop loss of 225. Don't sell it. Hold it. Next 2 to 3 years, this stock is going to be a multi-bagger.
All right. So, towards the end, you also have a call on a multi-bagger stock from Raghavendra ji. That's something that all our viewers continue to wait to find out from Raghavendra ji, that at least one stock he mentions that can be a multi-bagger so that they can invest in it. Thank you so much, Raghavendra ji, for sharing
Thank you so
all
much.
these views and addressing all the queries of our viewers. Always appreciate your time with us. All right, viewers, it's now time that we actually get you all the info that you have been waiting to find out on the IPO space. As you all know, it's raining IPOs. There are 6 IPOs currently on for subscription in the stock markets today. Some will get closed today, so you will have the last day of opportunity. Some have just started with their subscriptions as well. But out of these 6 IPOs, where should you be investing? What are these IPOs all about? Everything that you need to know. Pawan Nahar, our colleague, is joining in with all the IPO data for all our daily caller viewers as well. All right, Pawan, good to have you with us. I'm sure you have a spate of data to share with all our viewers. Let's start off with the one which are actually closing today, because there will be the last opportunity for retail investors in case they want to look at these IPOs for bidding. Let's start off with that first. Could you unmute yourself, Pavan, please? We are unable to hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon, Sakshi. So 3 IPOs, including Kalpataru, Allenbury Industrial Gases, and Globe Civil Projects, they will close for subscription today. All these 3 IPOs had opened on Tuesday, June 24, and they will close. Only few hours are left to subscribe to these IPOs. As of 12:30 p.m. today, let's talk about the subscription figures. Kalpataru saw bidding for 85%. Allenbury sailed through with 1.6 times subscriptions, while Globe Civil Projects, which is the smallest among these 3 IPOs, it was booked more than 33 times. So it
Wow.
got the best subscription as of among these 3 IPOs.
Okay. And what are the other details that we have in case somebody wants to still invest in last
Yes.
2 to 3 hours, if you could suggest that?
Yes. Yes. So Kalpataru, it is selling its shares in 387 to 414 range with a lot size of 36 equity shares. Allenbury is selling its shares in 380 to 400 range with a lot size of 37 equity shares. And Globe Civil Projects, it is selling its shares in 67 to 71 rupees range with a lot size of 211 shares. So brokerage firms are majorly positive on Allenbury and followed by Globe Civil Projects, while Kalpataru is, they remain mostly neutral on this counter.
Okay.
Uh, Yeah.
Got that. So 3 IPOs, guys. If all of you are noting that down, that will close for subscriptions today. Kalpataru, Ellen Barry Industrial Gases and Globe Civil. Out of these three, what we have already seen is that the maximum subscriptions have happened on day 3 so far. For Globe Civil projects, about 33 times is what the subscription has already happened. And on Ellen Barry and on Globe Civil, you're getting more brokerage houses that are positive on this one. Let's talk about the IPOs which have day 2 and they still have some more time for subscriptions.
Yeah. So two IPOs, HDB Financial Services and Sambhav Steel Tubes, which had opened yesterday, they will close tomorrow on Friday. And HDB Financial Services, which is selling its shares in 700 to 740 range with a lot size of 20 shares. And interestingly, it is raising 12,500 crores, which accounts for roughly around 80% of the entire stake raised by these companies, which is 15,800 crores. So as of 12:30 p.m., it was subscribed somewhere around 63% on day 2, and Sambhav Steel Tubes, it was booked 1.5 times. It is selling its shares in range of 77 to 82 rupees with a lot size of 182 shares, and the company is raising 540 crores from the primary markets.
Okay, fair point. And now let's come to the new opening today. Which IPO has opened today, Pawan?
So Indo Gulf Crop Sciences, it is a agrochemical player based out of Delhi only, and it is offering its shares in the range of 105 to 111 with a lot size of 135 shares, and the company is raising 200 crores via IPO, and it was booked somewhere around 18 to 20% in first 2.5 hours of bidding. Sakshi.
All right. Okay. So that's the IPO that has opened today and one can actually look at for the next 3 days. Indo Gulf Crop Sciences has opened today. But I think the big question, Pavan, that all our viewers must have right now is how to choose between these 6, because there are limited funds that everybody has, and therefore to choose the best among these 6 will be an important question. Tell me, what are the top brokerage houses really saying? Out of these 6, where are the most bullish bets coming in?
So, Sakshi, I had a word with couple of brokerage firms regarding this same question, that which one to apply for, and so majority of the brokerage firms, if you read the reports, they are most positive on HDB Financial Services and Ellen, it followed by Ellen Berry. So, on individual basis, if we consider, I talked to Mahesh Oja from Hensex Securities. He suggested that HDB Financial Services will be his top pick, and Ellen Berry will be his second. Astha Jain had the same picks, and she said if someone wants to apply for 3 IPOs, then Globe Civil Projects will be third pick. Consider and if economics supports the sentiments of street on listing, then someone can expect a mild listing pop from Globe Civil Projects. However, chances of getting the allotment is very slim because it's only raising 119 crores. Bajaj Broking, they responded that HDB Financial Services is no brainer, followed by Sambhav Steel Tubes, and Ellen Berry is their third pick. Saurabh Chaudhary from Raghunath Capital, he said that Ellen Berry Industrial Gases is first pick, followed by Sambhav Steel Tubes, and third is Kalpataru. However, I would suggest that investors should consider seek advice from their financial advisor while choosing out of these 6 IPOs, and make a choice because funds are limited. So, yeah.
Absolutely, Pawan. Well, thank you so much for giving us all of these details on all the IPOs that have opened. I'm sure viewers, if you were confused about how to really understand what IPO offers what and how a brokerage house is seeing, now some confusion would have definitely eased out. But as Pawan definitely says, even if you take the brokerage house's views, do also consult your own financial expert to really help you understand whether any of these IPOs truly suit your own portfolios as well, and what exactly should be the strategy. Should you look for only listing gains, or are there these IPOs that you should hold on for the long term as well? We've definitely tried to help you out with all the information that we could have got you on that front. But do let us know in case there is any more question that you have on the IPO space. We'll definitely come up with separate other videos as well. On this edition of Daily Calls, we'll wrap up now, but do stay tuned on to Business Today Television. We'll continue to get you the market coverage throughout the course of the day, and I'll be back for the closing edition, so stay tuned for that as well.
came. He bombed. And he entered the war. At least that is what Donald Trump